Socrates once said that the unexamined life is not worth living. But what does it mean to live well? Let's find out. It's one of life's oldest questions, but it's been dusted off by COVID-19 as we explore life on a changed landscape. Luckily, history gives plenty of ideas, and among them, the work of Socrates, who is basically one of the classical Greek philosophers who laid down the foundations of Western philosophy. Socrates' wisdom resounds deeply with the unstable times we are facing. Interestingly, he was not a writer, and he left that to his students, especially Plato and Xenophon. He also spent his days exploring the meaning of life, trying to live as he thought, and was the master of the pithy quote. Here are some of his best lessons that we can take from them. Number 9. Beware the barrenness of a busy life. Being busy is not a superpower, and a busy life does not mean a fulfilled life. COVID-19 has pushed many of us to take a break from the busyness, and parts of it have been satisfying and even pretty enhancing. Socrates motivates us to look beyond the fling of life, to take time to note things, to see the beauty in nature, to savor the coffee, to play with the children, to work at things and in ways you celebrate, to hang out with the people who fill you up. Despite the hardship that it has brought to so many people, COVID-19 may be the best reminder of this that we ever get. Number 8. Let him that would move the world first move himself. Before you criticize another person, you should take a long look at yourself. If you aim to change others, then first be a better person. And if you try to do those things, take a seat in the back row and leave the rest of the world alone. Number 7. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. Human comparisons is both normal and an error. No matter how cool you believe you are, there will always be someone cooler, younger, richer, more talented, with a bigger house or a better marriage. But remember, envy is like a disease, which is a polluting one. It will make you think and act in ways that hurt your character and all the good that you already have in your world. So don't allow the green-eyed monsters to feed on you. Train it to feast on itself. Number 6. He is the richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. Private fulfillment trumps artificial wealth as long as you have sufficient to live on. In paring down our lives, we found we didn't require as much stuff or activity as we believed we did. We didn't need to spend as much money as we had been. We have already noticed the world around us. We found fun in simple things. This is the time to truly think about what makes you content. It may be less than you thought possible. If you're liking this content so far, please consider subscribing and liking this video. Now, let's continue. Number 5. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. Socrates, for all his intelligence and the appreciations he garnered, said this often. Believing yourself to be clever and know a lot is a trap and one the ego easily walks into. Realizing how much we all have to learn is important. Being humble with our knowledge is even more important. Number 4. Wisdom begins in wonder. Stay open to new ideas, to the beautiful, incredible, or unfamiliar ones. Ask questions. Try new things. Curiosity makes you grateful, and it turns fear into intrigue and even excitement. Always stay curious. Number 3. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Be kind can be remembered as the pandemic catch cry, but Socrates got there 2,000 years ago. We are often not privy to the battles and the violence of others. We don't know their stories, so be polite, and if you can't be kind, be calm. Number 2. Beauty is a short-lived tyranny. Socrates wouldn't have minded that we live in our sweatpants for weeks and were poorly in need of haircuts. He went to Athens barefoot, long-haired and unwashed in a society that praised refined laws of beauty and art. He believed that beauty lies within us, and it is our job and our missions to turn it outwards. Number 1. Not life, but a good life is to be chiefly valued. This is the highest goal of all. Well, many people consider Socrates to be the father of philosophy. He was born in Athens in 469 BC. His father, Socrates, was a stonemason. His mother, Pinarete, was a midwife. Despite his gentle origins, Socrates' life is full of lessons that are still useful for now. Humility is one of the great lessons from Socrates' life. Socrates wasn't very good looking. He was very short and had a dominant belly. He also had rough facial features and was defined by his large bulging eyes and extremely snub nose. The other philosophers mock him due to his physical manifestation. Nevertheless, one of these influenced the father of philosophy. On the other hand,